in the price, and the market was consolidating, and it came down and tested the zone of 422. You can notice that after the price opening, the market dropped down and it came down and tested the major zone of 422. So many times we have in our presentation we have informed and we have explained about the importance of 422, 425 and 426. These are the very crucial zones which can act as a potential zones in deciding the trend in copper market. Based upon the histories of chart and with our experience, we have noticed many times the market has reacted hugely on these zones of 422, 425 and 426. So like what we expected, the market has taken some support around 422. What we should notice is that whether the support is sustainable. Let us see that. So after taking a support around 422, you can see the market straight away went back and tested the high. So after taking some support around 422, market went back. So that is the pressure that was created on 422, and it went back and tested the opening. So this is the opening and went back and tested the opening, but it couldn't sustain above that. Again it came down, and again the market was tested with to 422. So it was again the market is providing some buying momentum. You can see that the market is just trying to push the market above this 423. It was consolidating here for a long time. You can notice that it is a very long consolidation that happened in copper market. So it is deciding where to go. So after a long time it has decided to just move higher, and you can see that the market just in line went with the trend and tested 424.5. So you may note that this is the high that was created yesterday. So the market went back and tested the previous day's high. So this was the high that was created on the previous day. So the market having taken some support around 422, the market just went back and tested the previous day's high. Only thing is what we should notice that whether this high was sustainable, whether the market entered into the key zone of 425 and 426. So whether it has got the potential to break the zone, it is going to be the very key zones. So let us see what happened after that. A failure to sustain the zone pushed the market again down to 422. So it was a long struggle for copper market, because yesterday the market was trying its best to put itself above 424. You can notice that again after testing this previous day's high, the market came down and it took some support around this 422.5. Again we can say that the 422 has provided a support, because support and resistance is not a single line. It is a zone. When we say 422, it includes plus and minus 2 points in and around the zone. So this 422 is providing a constant support for copper market yesterday, and it is trying to push the market to the maximum above the previous day's high. But again a failure to sustain above the previous day's high is pushing the market down. So let us see what happened after that. So we can notice that the market is really trying hard to stay above that. So at last finally there was a breakdown in 422. So in order to release all its pressure, and the market closed around 421.5. So this is the pressure that was created in order to fail because of the failure to break and stay above 424. That was the previous day's high. So that you can see this long breakdown. So this is the way to break this major support and resistance, and it came down till 420.2. So again there was some pressure since the market was potentially in buying till 416. The market gave a bounce back, and also it couldn't sustain above that, and it closed below 422, that is 421.5. So on looking the entire price section, we can say till the end of the trading session the market was purely dominated by the buyers. So it was almost ready to stay above 422 and break 425, but unfortunately in the later trading session it couldn't sustain above 422, and it closed below 422. That is a major part in yesterday's price closing. When we compare the yesterday's price closing, that is which is around 421.5, with the opening, we can say that the yesterday's market closed just below the price opening. So you can see this is the price opening 423.5, and yesterday's market closed below the price opening, and also the high and low that was created. You can see the yesterday market created high which is more or less equivalent to the previous day's high, and also the low which is around 420.2, which is well within the range of the previous day's zone. So what we can expect for today, because we can say the market was initially more than half of the trading session it was dominated by the buyers, but we cannot take this zone of 422 very easily, because we can say there was a huge difference in the price movement when we compare with the COMEX market and the MCX price actions. There was some difference that happened, so we need to match the difference also. Always nowadays while trading in commodities, we need to monitor the rupee value also. We need to take into consideration where the rupee is moving. So including all the factors, what we can say is that there is a huge difference. There is a little bit of difference we want to change in our strategies, because since we have gained something in the yesterday and also on the previous days, so we need to protect whatever profit we have made, so that this is also a main part in trading. The two parts is that gaining some profit and protecting the profit what we have gained. So what we can do is that you may notice that on the previous week we were targeting 412 zone. So we are going to apply the same strategies in and around 422, since we know this is a major potential zone where we can expect something. So what we are trying to do is that since the expected price opening comparing with the COMEX price is going to be just below the previous day's price closing, so it is going to be just below the previous day's price closing, that is 422. Since the price has closed below 422 and the expected price opening is based upon the COMEX price direction is going to be below 422 and not just going to be below 420.3 within the closing and the previous day's low, somewhere the market is expected to open. And also the major important thing what we want to say is that since we are presenting all the videos well before the currency market, that is the rupee market opens, and also the commodities market, there may be some variation in the price opening based upon the rupee value. So we need to take that into consideration once the market opened. As a client of Velasco CTS, you may know how to do that. If you are a viewer, please approach us and open a trading account with us. We will help you how to do that. So the opening is going to be crucial for today also. If the price is going to open above 422, we can very well say that the market is intact with the trend. If the price is going to open somewhere below the previous day's price closing as expected within the zone of 421 and 420.5, if that happens, we cannot say 100% that the market can go in line with the trend. So in order to protect our profit and in order to have a strategy for protecting and also have a strategy for the next week, so what we can do is that we are going to target these 422 zones. So if the price action is going to be above 422, you can go for a buying. So below 422 or below 421, if there is any price actions, the market, it is not quite advisable to go for a buying. Based upon the international price, it can take some resistance around 422 and we need a closing above 422 in order to reconfirm the trend. So what we are trying to do today is that any price above 422 can be a potential buying opportunity, but if the price is going to stay below 422 and below 421, it is not advisable to go for a buying. Once the price move above 422, you can go for a buying. So if, based upon the comparing with the yesterday's strategy and the today's strategy, there is two difference. There is one difference is that yesterday we went for a buying till 416, but today we are not going to take that risk for buying and averaging till 416. What we are going to do is that is what we are expecting. It is based upon your decisions. It is our suggestion that above 422 the market will have a potential for buying. If the price actions is going to be below 422, it is the possibilities for selling can come into act, because 422 is going to be a key zone in trading in commodities in copper. So please target this zone and apply all the techniques which we have followed. And if you want to know how to go for a trading within a zone of 422, please go back to the previous week presentations and you can see that how we did that when the price was trading around 412 when there was a huge consolidation. You can go back and see the archives that was available in our website www.onlinecommoditytradingmcx.com. So you can see all the presentations which we have posted. More than 600 videos are available in YouTube and also in our websites. You can take that as a reference how to pick a zone and trade in commodities. So this zone we are going to target this 422, since we have seen in the past, and also what we expect is that this 422 can be a potential zone for us in deciding the trend. So in order for the price action to gain a good buying momentum, the market will show a pattern like this. That was proved on yesterday's market. This 422 is going to be a crucial support, and also it acts as a zone which can decide the trend for copper. So the market will find a pattern around this zone, and it will stay above this 422. That can clearly say that the market can move higher. But if the price action, if you see any price action below 422, it is not advisable to go for an average till 416 like what we did yesterday. It is just a strategical adjustment what we are doing in order to reconfirm the trend. So let us see what's going to happen during our trading session, and that this is the time again you need to apply whatever things you have learned on technical analysis, like how to target a zone, how to identify support and resistance, how to identify a pattern within the intraday trading session. Everything you can apply that and make this we strongly believe that this zone can be a very successful zone in deciding the trend. So let us see what's going to happen during the trading session, and thanks a lot for watching our video, and happy trading. Take care. Bye.